Hello, Team Fusion. Welcome to this week's edition of Mindset Mondays. My name is Shani, Benishai, and I'm a Blue Diamond with Kyani. I'm really excited to be able to share this week's training topic with you. I've compiled 3 basic tips on how to heat up your cold market. It's really helped me along the way in building my business, building relationships, and building a solid network to be able to market to. So hopefully at the end of this training, you'll be able to connect with more people, grow your network, never run out of contacts, and ultimately have unlimited prospects. So hope I give you enough value and insight to be able to do that. I want to go straight into the information, so let's just dive right in. I want to start with talking about the difference between warm market and cold market. So warm market are people that you know, like friends, relatives, peers, coworkers, or anybody within your circle of influence. Cold market are people that you may not know. So essentially strangers that become prospective customers or business partners. So my boyfriend, business partner, and mentor, Mr. Saran Kong, told me that cold market recruiting is a temporary solution for your long-term focus. So getting people is very different than gaining people. See, the difference is simple. Getting people means you're going out and you're pursuing them. Gaining people means they're going and they're pursuing you, and that's what we want. We want to be able to attract them. See, when you go out and you have the intention to recruit and get people, it's almost like you're going out hunting, right? People can feel that, no one wants to feel like they're being hunted, right? So instead, you want to think of it like farming. When you have the intention to set solid foundations, set, good relationships, and set a solid business with a good foundation, you have a better likelihood that it's going to grow stronger and longer. So especially when you understand what business we are in the people business. So the more effort you put in turning a cold market prospect into a warm market friend, you're going to have more likely the results that you want. I know that this business is truly based off of trust. Now, it doesn't take long to build trust if there's enough value deposited into the time span of that conversation, whether it was 2 minutes or 2 hours. After a short conversation, they might forget your name, they might forget what you talked about, but how you made them feel will continue to linger on. So essentially, I'm going to teach you how to have a great conversation and connect with someone to where you turn a cold market prospect into a warm market friend, making a friend in minutes. So the first tip I want to go over is network on purpose. I think this is so important when you have a plan and you go out there and you network on purpose. For me, I feel like it's a lot easier to be able to talk to someone when we have the same likes and common interests as each other. So think of the things that you like to do. I like to do yoga and fitness. Do you like to cook? Do you like to bake? Are you a mom? Just find things that have commonality with others, because it's not just about going out and meeting these people. It's really about having an interesting interaction to lead you into good conversation, and especially when you have the right peaking tools too. So think about you wearing a Team Fusion gear or Kyani t-shirt, or having some sample products on hand, or even an Experience More magazine. These are all great peaking tools because people are going to ask you about that, and you're going to have to know how to answer back and how to ask the right questions too, and in the purpose of those questions. So going into FORM, I know a lot of people are familiar with this. It's an acronym. It's great. It stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Motivation, or money. Usually I like using these set of questions because it's really easy to get a conversation going. When you are going out and meeting people, you're gonna want to start with basic conversation starters first. So like, hi, how's your day? How's it going? What's been the best part of your day? What makes it a good day? And these open-ended questions are gonna help you go into a deeper conversation and ease you into a flow. I feel like in my experience when I meet people, if I'm meeting someone at a business event, you're gonna wanna start to ask them business questions first. So in which you met them, you wanna connect that commonality with the form of which you met them. So if you met them at a recreational event, start with that. If you met them at a business event, start with that, and then let the conversation flow, and it might lead to family and motivation and so on and so forth. But FORM, it's a great acronym. Family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. Number 2, when you are having a conversation, you want to be able to be yourself and be genuine. You want to be authentic when you are having these conversations, and know that when you do talk to people, you won't always have a full-on conversation that's going to lead to a tangible result. Maybe it was just a hi, hello, how was your day type of conversation, and that's okay, because the act of creating conversation is like a muscle. So the more repetitions you do, the stronger it gets. The stronger it gets, the easier it becomes. So for you, especially when you are talking to people and trying to create genuine conversations, I think the greatest skill is being able to sense when there's a good opportunity to be able to give someone a genuine compliment, or an open-ended conversation to lead to a deeper conversation for you. And that's what I call serendipity. It's the right place, the right time, with the right people. And when you have that, and you have a solid, good, genuine conversation, that leads to the outcome. So tip number 3, nurture the outcome, whatever it is. I love this because it's all about building relationships, and you want to be able to add value to the person that you just met, whatever the outcome. So whether it's just giving them a compliment, great, you just made their day. Or maybe it's just you leading to connecting with someone, but they don't purchase product right away, or they don't become a business partner right away. That's when you get to practice proper follow-up. And at the end of that, eventually you'll get one of 2 things. One, whenever the timing is right for them, they'll either become a business partner, become a customer, or refer you to someone that will become a business partner or become a customer. Or number 2, you just made a new friend. You might have now just entered a new circle of influence that keeps you always building in warm market, and you never run out of people to talk to. So those are the 3 tips: nurture the outcome, create genuine conversation, and network on purpose. These are some keys to converting a conversation. So once you get to the point where you are starting the conversation, there's a couple of tips that you want to remember here. So when you start the conversation, a great way to do that is to be able to give compliments, ask questions. They're great ways to open it. You want to be genuine, again, when you are giving these compliments, because people can feel if you're being fake or if you're being awkward with it. So you definitely want to go with heart, and that's the best advice I can give you for starting a conversation. As far as transitioning, so throughout the conversation, you want to listen and be aware of how Kayani can benefit their life. This creates opportunity for transition. So listen to what they're saying and find a way where you can segue Kayani, whether it be through the product, through the opportunity, through your testimony. I mean, that's really going to give them that feeling that they want to know more. Closing conversations, concluding the conversation with connection. You always want to stay connected by what you feel their most likely choice of contact method is. So whether that's text, Facebook, email, Instagram, there's so many different avenues to connect nowadays. But I always ask, what's the best way for us to stay connected? And they usually answer, and that's the way that we connect. Being bold is another strong key point. You want to have a strong conviction about the opportunity and product whenever their interest appears. So you want to know how you feel, and it has to be strong, and you have to be bold throughout the entire thing. So not even just starting the conversation, but being bold through the transitioning, closing, and then obviously how you feel about Kayani. And you want to have awareness. Pay attention to everything. Listen, look, be present. Gather as much information as you can, and then adjust accordingly. Next, when that happens and you do have a proper connection and everything runs smoothly, you're going to add tag follow-up. This is a perfect example of how simple our system is, and I love being able to share this. So when I was in Dallas last week, I met a gentleman that was in the elevator. We had a basic conversation, hi, hello, and I wasn't sure where I was going to go from there. I was wearing my Kayani t-shirt, saw him again at the lobby, and then he asked me about Kayani, what we were all doing there. So I gave him a basic description about the products and my testimony, and he wanted to learn more. So I asked him if he was on Facebook. Now, prior to adding anyone on Facebook or any of these groups, you want to refer back to the Lee's training on ATM. They did a phenomenal training, an amazing training, which gives you all the information that you need to be able to follow the system properly and get the results that you want. So added him on Facebook as a friend, then messaged him. And as you can read here, it says, "Hey, Anthony, it was a pleasure talking to you and getting to know a little bit about your story. As promised, I added you to the Wellness Simplified group. Please feel free to look around and see what connects with you in regards to our products and how it might be of value to you in your life. Thank you for taking the time and interest in our products, and let me know if you have any questions I can help answer. Warm regards, Shani." Tagged him to the pinned post. As you can see to the right, he joined the Wellness Simplified Facebook group, wrote me back and said, "Likewise, I will check them out and certainly buy them. Health is wealth, like you said. Thanks." Said, "My pleasure. Whenever you're ready to purchase product, please let me know so I can help you with your order. Hope you have a great rest of the day. Enjoy the sunrise." I did have a sample of sunrise pack with me, so I was able to give that to him to take away. Safe travels back home to your family. So very simple. Added him, tagged him, messaged him. Then 72 hours later, wow, I'm reading the testimonies on Facebook. It's insane. This product is working miracles. He goes, "I already ordered my first products and I'm utilizing the Prime shipment. Thanks for everything." Wow. So, I mean, I really just followed the system. Very simple. In the matter of 72 hours, got a cold market person into a now Prime customer. So I wrote, "Thank you, Anthony. I'm glad we were able to connect and get you going with these amazing products. I'd love to be a part of your health journey with you and know how it's helped you along the way. Also, to show my gratitude in placing your order, I have a special gift for you. Where's the best place to send that?" So he gave me his address. "Thanks for the gift in advance. My order is shipped. I'm excited." I wrote, "I'm excited for you. Let me know when you get your product." He actually messaged me and said, "Thank you for the product. Thank you for the gift." So what I do for anyone that's ordering, whether it's a skincare or health triangle, I always send a thank you card, a Flores skincare serum sample, and then a Nitro little bottle sample. I like to do that because, number one, it cross-promotes both of our lines, regardless if they get a full triangle or a full skincare. Now they either have sample sizes so they can use that as travel, or they can actually sample that out to their friends and you might get a referral from it. So you never know where it can go. I think sending that little extra really shows our gratitude and then becoming a customer, supporting our business, and it shows that we care. It might also help with retention because handwritten thank you cards are, I think, special when I get them. So I could only imagine what people would feel like when they get them. So that's what I do for all of my customers, and I just followed the system. 3 basic tips. In conclusion, I want to talk about 2 ways when we meet people, what they think first off. So you want to connect first and then lead into your conversation or your topic or your message or Kayani. 2 ways that we judge others. Can I trust this person and can I respect this person? When you're going based off of trust, you want to start with warmth. You want to start with going with heart. You want to be able to connect with them on a personal level, and then they'll be able to trust you more. Can I respect this person? This is about competence. It's about confidence. It's about posture. You want to be able to present yourself in the best way so that they can look up to you. And leaders, I feel, definitely need both. They need that warmth with trust and connection, and they need that leadership. The biggest way and the best way to influence is to begin with warmth. This builds trust, this builds communication, and this builds the absorption of ideas. Leaders who project strength before warmth run risk of eliciting fear. So when you're coming off too strong and too aggressive at first, it might put off some people. So I always like to start off soft, always start off with a little bit more of a gentler approach, and then you can show your strength and your confidence and your leadership after you build that connection. So it builds a foundation of trust first, and people, before they decide what they think of your message, they decide what they think of you. So again, you want to be genuine, you want to be authentic, you want to be true to yourself, but still show that you're the person that they want to follow, the person that they want to become friends with or do business with. So something like that. Once you establish warmth, your strength is a welcoming reassurance. So once you connect first, your leadership then becomes a gift, and then it opens doors for opportunities. It opens doors for them to want to do business with you. It opens doors for them to want to be your friend. It opens doors for you to connect with them on a personal level or a business level. So definitely go with heart, and be genuine, be yourself. I have no doubt in my mind that if you guys follow this, you'll be able to connect with so many people, make a friend in a matter of minutes, and really build an extended network for you. Build it strong. Go Team Fusion. Thank you so much for having me on this week's edition of Mindset Mondays. It was a true joy and pleasure to be able to share this with you. Hope to see you guys again, and have a great week. Take care.